On the 10th day of Christmas, we bring you a matchup between the team in the worst form in the league and the team that's currently looking to stretch its league at the top of the table, or go back to the top of the table in the Leeds Knights. Welcome to your Sunday night hockey action here in Slough between the TSI World Bees and the Leeds Knights. A game that, well, when the team news came in, suddenly took on a bit of a different perspective. These two teams have combined for 164 goals so far this year, and 25% of those goals aren't playing tonight. More on that shortly. Tonight I'm joined by Chris Beale once more. Chris, it's your first time you get to see the Leeds Knights, and the one player you're probably most excited to see isn't here. Kieran Brown does not ice tonight.
Yes, Kieran Brown, the player I was most excited to see. But you know, as they say in every wrestling program, the match is subject to change at the promoter's whim. So yeah, the main event isn't really here, and with it, 90% of my talking points for the evening are gone. But yes, 25% of the goals are gone, which means the game takes on a very, very different dynamic. But that being said, this Leeds Knight team, they do have goals in them. I mean, I'm looking at our comparison that we have here up in the box of the two teams side by side, and there's very similar scoring patterns across the board, but the Knights do have recent signing Jordan Boessa, who just seems to be on a tear at the moment. He seems to have scored, he had a hat-trick last night. I think he's scored something like 7 goals in 4 games.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's he's on a string of, it's probably 7 and 5 actually. But if we bring up the league table, and we can mention last night's games, the Leeds Knights did come from 2 goals down against the Telford Tigers to win 5-2. A hat-trick from Jordan Boessa, as Chris mentioned. They currently have 4 games in hand on the Milton Keynes Lightning and only 2 points to make up. So a win tonight is obviously a must, but they do obviously have the games in hand to make up for it. Elsewhere in the league, the Raiders won 7-4 in Bristol. 2 goals from Tanner Butler for the Pitbulls, 2 from Riley McClary for the Raiders. Got the Raiders off the bottom of the table. In Milton Keynes, they kept their lead at the top with a 9-3 win over the Sheffield Steel Dogs. 2 goals from Dylan Lawrence, Rory Herman and Thomas Rutkis for the Lightning. Jason Hewitt with 2 for the Steel Dogs. The Peterborough Phantoms beat the Hull Seahawks 3-2. Meanwhile, up in Scotland, the annual National League game of What's a Defence happened, with the Wildcats winning 8-7 in overtime. Another hat-trick, second in 6 days for Thomas Malasinski, and a first National League hat-trick for Lewis Young for the Solway Sharks. And Chris, we say about the form table and how it's kind of fallen off a cliff for the Bees in recent weeks. On a 6-game losing skid. Back in October, we said that the Bees were obviously punching a bit above their weight when they were up at the dizzying heights of 3rd. Now they're 8th, and it feels like it's starting to fall back a bit. It's not. This month has been so important for the side. They had to get some wins. There were some big games. They've played the Lightning, they've played the Knights, and so far they've been found wanting in every single game.
The interesting thing, though, is in that, I mean, especially in that game against the Lightning here, they held the Lightning for 60 minutes, and it only took overtime, really, to separate the two sides. I think that 6-0 drubbing by Bristol on home ice is potentially, that's knocked a little bit of the wind out of it, because, as we've talked about, luck and confidence, and the Bees just haven't really had much luck, and it's trading into not a lot of confidence in their performances as well. And, I mean, this is a Knights team that, even with Kieran Brown a few months ago, they held to, I think it was 3-1, 2-1?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
It was another close game between the two teams here.
Yeah, sorry. I have done my research before I came to this game, but all of it's gone out of my head, and all I can remember is that awesome Knights goal horn.
Yes, that is all you've been singing since you got here. Well, injuries, availability, suspensions have riddled both these teams tonight. Firstly, the TSI World Bees, they line up as follows. 2, Adam Rossbottom. 5, Ollie Nags. 6, Joe Baird makes his, I believe, 4th debut for the Bees now. 18, Ryan Webb. 21, Marcel Balaz. 24, Dan Rose. 27, Josh Smith. 29, Gianni Vitali. 58, Marcus Mitchell makes his debut on a loan from the Oxford City Stars. 71, Josh Kelly makes his return after missing, I believe, 2 months with a concussion. 74, Liam Morris. 75, Brendan Baird. 91, Aidan Doughty. 94, Stuart Morg. Netminders 36, Brett Shepherd. And it's another welcome back for 44, Britton Priest after missing last week through injury. Not icing tonight, Jack Hops. Will Stead through suspension. This is his 2nd and last game of suspension. He'll be back on Saturday. Harvey Stead misses game 2 of 8 for what can best be described as a controversial one in Telford last weekend. No Vanya Antonov as well due to availability, and Dominic Goodbye is ill. Chris, the team's taken a bit of a hit depth-wise, down to 14 and 2 netminders tonight. This is going to be a whole team effort tonight.
It's going to be have to be 100% effort from everybody. Nobody is really going to be allowed to have a night off, because these are the kind of situations where a game can go. It can go one of two ways. You can have a team that basically goes out there and gives you the kind of performance that wins you a game that no one was expecting you to win. You and I are both, to go down a league, we've seen that enough times with the rivalry between our two teams, Solent and Streatham. We've seen games where, Solent didn't really look like they should deserve to win it or walk away with a point with it. And there's every chance that this Bees team, if they can dig deep enough and find those goals, and with Britton Priest coming back from injury, that's a big boost for them as well, because, no offence to Brett Shepherd, but if I'm picking netminders for this game, I'm picking Britton Priest.
And as I say, no word of disgrace there to Brett Shepherd. Brett was brilliant last week against Swindon, just victimised by 3 Thomas Malasinski snipes. For our visitors this evening, the Leeds Knights, they're also affected by injuries and a few availability issues. They line up 2, James Archer, 6, Ethan Hare, 7, Bailey Conger, 8, Bo Neely, 9, Jordan Boesa, 11, Matt Hayward, 14, Lewis Baldwin, 24, Dylan Hare, 34, Gregor Mills, 37, Matt Barron, 44, Jordan Griffin, 54, Noah McMullen, 81, Louis Colvin, 95, Matt Cowlett, netminders, 31, Sam Gospel, 32, Harrison Walker, bench coach, Ryan Aldridge, not icing for the Knights, Bailey Perry, Finn Braden, Ollie Endicott are of course with the GB under-20s up in Dumfries for the next week, and Kieran Brown is out, we believe, through injury, I've been told. I believe it's a broken finger, is what I've been messaged by someone. Chris, again, it's interesting. 14-2 again for the Knights, but on paper, it's a 14, especially in the top 6, has a lot more firepower.
There's a lot more firepower, but as we've said before, hockey games are not decided on paper, they're decided on the ice. But it is a very, very strong 14 if you look at it. And as I said, Jordan Boesa is, at the moment, on a tear, probably will be looking to continue that tonight. I would have said, obviously, going into this game, Kieran Brown would have been the player that you need to shut down. Now it switches to him. I think you need to really shut down Boesa. If you can shut down Boesa, the others may fall like dominoes.
Another one that needs shutting down is Matt Cowlett. Matt Cowlett is a complete whippet on this ice pad. Defensemen here have struggled to keep up with him in the past. That might be a case again tonight. Sam Gospel as well in between the pipes. We can't go without saying it to him. He was the #1 goalie in the league last year, arguably the year before that as well, and arguably before COVID. It's a man who should be playing in the Elite League.
He should be playing in the Elite League.
World. That's nothing against you, Leeds Knights, but the talent of the man.
This is not to say anything against the Knights. They've recruited and they've recruited well, but there are a lot of, and I sound like a lot of fans who have a go at my team, the Streatham Redhawks, for who we have, but there are a lot of players on that team who, in an ideal world, would be playing in the league above.
Officials this evening, Mr. James Irons and Mr. Stephen Matthews wear the Water Wings of Power. The linesman, Mr. Justin Lalonde and Mr. Jonathan Saw. Obviously, the Knights should have been on the ice a couple of minutes ago. There are obviously having a few delays tonight. I do think the Knights only got here at 4 o'clock.
They are down in the tunnel.
Yes, we can just see it on the screen. I think they only got here at 4 o'clock. There's been a few issues. The crowd is a bit down tonight. Me and Chris can both attest there have been issues with trains from both Reading and London. There's been a few crashes on the motorway.
There's nothing like signal failures and overhead wire failures to spice up your life a little bit when you're trying to get to a hockey game.
But yeah, so it's been an interesting one tonight.
Joe's mission statement going into this game tonight was to get me to make as many Doctor Who references after last night as possible.
And if you spoil it, I'm throwing you off the balcony. As the Leeds Knights do take to the ice just off camera.
I wouldn't throw me off right now because I'll land on Britton Priest and that would really, really ruin things for us.
There's a net. And as we go to our side on camera, Annika, as Britton Priest returns to lead out the Bees. Me and Chris will be back with you in about 3 minutes' time following the national anthem and period number 1. There's mince applause there for former Bees head coach Mike Urquhart, who was announced as died sadly this morning. Well, we move on to the main event of the evening, as it were, and starting out for both teams. Firstly, for the visitors this evening, the Leeds Knights, Sam Gospel starts in goal. He comes into this night with a 16-3-0 record on the season, a 919 save percentage, 2.37 goals against average, 2 shutouts in 1,138 minutes, including 30 saves last night against the Telford Tigers for his 16th win of the year. At the other end, Britton Priest jumps back off the injury table, straight in between the pipes. He comes in tonight with an 8-8-2 record, an 889 save percentage, 3.91 goals against average in 1,028 minutes in the crease. Chris, netminders-wise, obviously Sam Gospel is one of the best, if not the best, in the league. Britton Priest arguably has been one of the better ones this year, despite what the numbers may say. He's been a big improvement for this Bees side from 12 months ago.
Definitely, and numbers don't tell you the whole story with netminders. You know, as I said, the statistics don't always tell you the full story of what's been going on in front of them defense-wise. And Britton Priest is definitely, he's a netminder with the potential to, you know, claim that mantle from Sam Gospel. But Sam Gospel, as we said, is a guy who definitely should be playing in the Elite League. He's one of the best netminders in this league. Has the ability to, you know, win any game for you on any night, and that's what you want in your starting netminder, is a netminder who not only wins you games, but steals you games as well, and he has that ability. Especially if the team does have a bad night, which, let's face it, for Leeds the last few years, hasn't happened very often. No. Bees win the opening draws. James Irons gets us underway. Stuart Mark plays it out of Bees' zone. Knights with it now. Played ahead. Balaz tries to clear it. Comes off the leg of Barron. Knights up the right-hand side. Icing waved off. Mogg is back to play the park. Barron, Hare, and trying to see who the third man is here. I believe it's Archer on this top unit for. I know it's Boycer, sorry. I'm misreading 8 and 9 there, sorry. We'll get used to as the night goes on. We can only way is up from here. Hare from behind Bees' net. Should say Ethan. Back into the blue line, shot comes in. First one of the night, straight into the glove for Britton Priest. He's back after 48 seconds. And Marcus Mitchell getting his first shift there and doing a good job of moving Hare out and behind the net, using that physical presence that he has around the net. He's definitely something I think the Bees defenses needed this year. I mean, I know he's only up here as a temporary loan, but I think if the Bees could get hold of him, he's a big body, he's a big presence, and I think that's something that the Bees defense is missing. Something the Bees were missing for a while, also with Josh Kelly missing. Harvey Stead was out injured for a while as well, and now obviously suspension. Will Stead missing again. It's been a bit makeshift the last few weeks, but Marcus Mitchell 3 games, as you say, to
really show what he can do. Obviously, we have to work with what the rules imply. Penalty on the play here for the Knights. As Gospel comes out to play it, Steve Matthews with the call. 1:11 the time of the penalty. Ooh, James Irons actually scored that. I didn't see what that was called for.
I haven't seen any dance moves from the referees.
No, as Matt Hayward heads to the box. 2 minutes for, I think, hooking at 1:11. The Bees head for the early man advantage. They have 17 power play goals on the year, 21.25%. The Knights' penalty kill has given up 13 goals, 84.15. And we immediately get another penalty called.
That's going to be hooking, I
It's
believe.
holding a stick, I think. Holding a stick. So Leeds take 2 penalties back to back. Noah McMullen sits in the box, 2 for holding a stick at 1:17.
Okay, I'll admit I missed that. I thought that was a call again because there was a Bees player that actually spun a Leeds Knight player out with his stick. But
so 5-on-3 for 1:54 here. Knights win the draw, so there's no man really back there in a blue shirt, so the Bees will get it. Mogg from the blue line. Down low it comes. Pulls the front of the net. Backdoor chance. Saved by Gospel. Puck loose. Round comes again. Back to Smith. Mogg. Vitali wheels round. Tries to find a lane. Shot blocked in front. Mogg steps in. Shot. Fire. Save. Gospel. Loose underneath him. Still loose again. Whistle finally goes. Almost a chance there. I don't know who that is for the Leeds Knights on the back door. It's Lewis Baldwin who is the sharpest there. It hits the post. It's off the post and back under Gospel. Lewis Baldwin there also there to help make sure it's under Gospel.
I think the Bees need to zero in on that. They need to get a bit closer on the net. He's looking for these little juicy rebounds.
Smith unable to keep that clearance in. Leeds the other way. Wacer will then turn and go back. Cross-ice pass bounces over Barron. He's still able to clear it.
1 minute left in the first penalty.
Yeah, 1 minute left to final 3. That comes off the board straight to Wacer. Balaz is there to clean up. Balaz cross-ice pass to Vitali. Vitali loses his edge. Leeds can't clear. Baird keeps it in. Balaz winds up, fires, that's wide of the net. Vitali can't get there. Kept in just by Josh Smith, just under 30 seconds to go. Cross-ice pass attempted to Balaz again. Good stick in the lane there by Wacer, who then slaps it on goal. Priest plays it.
They all count.
Just ask any more. Bees go back. 10 seconds left before Hayward jumps out of the box, shortly followed by McMullen. Into the zone they come, dropped off to Ross Bottom. Leads back to 4, Ross Bottom steps inside. And that potential pass leaves the zone and the Knights will return to full strength. A solid 5-on-3 kill there by the reigning league champions, as we say.
And the Bees did really good there, moving it around in the zone, but they just couldn't clear out move Knights players around enough to get a clear line.
It's one thing that can always be said for Ryan Aldridge teams. They are very good on the penalty kill every year. Bees try to keep it in the zone, Leeds able to get it away. Hayward brings it ahead. Separated from the puck by Liam Morris. Nags can't clear the zone. Howler intercepts. Battle against the boards. Down low to Hayward. Low to goal line. Tries to bank it off Baird. Luckily it goes away through the paint.
That would have been an unfortunate start to a return/debut.
He's able to clear. Morris takes it away from Dylan Hare. Morris in on goal. Chance shot off the blocker of Gospel. Ross Bottom first to the rebound. Goes back to Kelly. Kelly's shot is stick down by Knights D-man. Knights in the other way once more. Mark Howlett with a chance with Josh Kelly draped all over him.
I think we're
and
getting
that
a
will be a penalty.
Yeah.
Yep. Josh Kelly will sit 2 for holding, I imagine it is, as he skates to the bench. So just as the Bees get a chance, the Knights will go on the man advantage themselves. Josh Kelly 2 for holding at 4:33. The time of the penalty. The Knights have 16 power play goals on the year, 21.62%. The Bees have given up 15 on the year, 77.27. The Knights didn't score on the power play here to decide the game earlier in the season. Barron, down low to Boyser, that goes over a stick. Barron has his first two and is able to clear it up ice. Vitali can't get there ahead of McMullen. The Knights haven't given up a short-handed goal this season. I'm hopefully tempting fate there, but knowing my previous luck, won't happen.
I was just wondering about that stat.
Barron. Down low, trust find Boyser, over Harcher, that's cleared. Gospel almost mishandles it, puck bounces up over the stick. No danger in the end. Knights into the zone once more. McMullen leaves it for Barron. He's met by Brendan Baird. I have to remember that there's 2 with him now. McMullen down to Archer. That bounces off Stephen Matthews. Good footwork from the referee. Returned from his weekend in Hungary last weekend. Boyser from behind the Bees net, in front to Barron, who almost takes it away from Conga. And Conga's pass is picked off by Dan Rose. Bees the other way. Rose winds up, fires, that takes deflection, and goes off the wall. The everyone active sign behind us bounces over the net. 14:09 left in the first, 43 seconds left on the Kelly minor.
10 points if you can nail the bullseye in the O in one.
In every one. If only it counted as goals. Face off left of Gospel. Knights win the draw. They'll go behind their own net. Break into the zone now. Attempted drop off pass to Ethan Hare from Howlett. Winds up, fires off Baird. Conga finds Hayward. Back to Conga. Shot from the blue line, kicked away by Priest. Rose is able to clear. Howlett is back to collect. 5 seconds left. Bees have to be worried not to give one up as the penalty expires. That shot comes in from Barron. Sorry, Howlett even. Bees return to full strength. Mitchell able to get the puck away from Hayward. And cleared out the zone by Morris. Griffin back to collect for the Knights. Straight up ice to Hayward on the right hand side. Mitchell can't lay a finger on him. Cross-ice pass comes in front. Shot saved by Priest. With Ethan Hare standing in the crease. Almost 7 minutes gone here. Both teams generating chances so far.
Both teams generating chances. I've got to say, Griffin Priest has been really good with his rebound control this evening so far. Probably jinxed that now, but just there on that the play just before that one, like redirecting it right out to the board, so that instead of before, where in other games we've seen it where he just kind of was just deflecting it out in front of him. So something possibly he's been working on.
Morris clears one out the zone. Knights the other way. Mills blows a tyre. Colvin evades the hit from Baird. Back up to the blue line. Shot comes in. Tip in front attempt there by Archer. Archer round the boards it comes. Mills tries to drop it back off to Archer. Good stick in the lane there by Josh Smith, and that will go late for the ice. Bees will get the change.
I think the Knights seem to be struggling a little bit with their setup. They get that forecheck of theirs gets the initial zone penetration, and they get that first shot away, but on the follow-up they just can't seem to get somebody set up in a good enough position on the returns.
Icing waved off as he played by Ollie Mags on Ethan Hare. Balance, cross ice, tries to find Vitali. Vitali able to get on the end of it. Vitali wheels around the back of the net, evades the hit from Ethan Hare again. Can't evade the second chance though. Beef still with it. Balaz able to keep it away for a moment. Good stick lane there from Hare once more. Loose puck chance in front for Doughty. He can't get on the end of it. Nice with it now. Boyser fires it around the boards. Hare tries to kick it out, only finds Vitali. Vitali shot towards goal. Gospel kicks it away. Rebound to Doughty in front. That goes out the paint and out the other side. Knights will chip it up ice.
We are seeing a bit of a difference there. Gospel seeming to redirect pucks directly into the danger zone.
Icing waved off as Vitali didn't get there. Boycer turns it over. Conga pinching in, can't get there ahead of Mog. And clears it up ice. Once more, icing waved off. Griffin's back to collect, fires it up the left-hand wall to Conga. He's stopped by Ross Bottom and Morris. Offside call. I was worried then that there might have been a penalty. I mean, you can't fault the enthusiasm on Liam Morris, but he looks a bit more dazed than he's hit the plexi there.
I mean, I'm going to say, what would you call that? Attempted boarding?
Liam Morris tried to hit Matt Howlett there, missed. Then the whistle. I was worried there that I got a penalty.
I mean, to be fair, very smart play ultimately, though, because he's drawn the offside from it.
Yep. Distract and deploy. Face off just outside the B zone.
I think 50% tactical, 50% accidental.
Bees with the draw through Dan Rose. Baird, or Joe Baird, I should say. Ross Bottom chips it ahead. Knights with it once more. Neely changes signs. Knights chip into the zone again. Another bounce off of the advertising board. Joe Baird turns it over.
That's that weird board again.
Howlett goes back to the blue line. Baldwin shot saved by Priest. Hayward collects the loose puck. Finds Conga. Conga for the wraparound attempt. That goes through Priest. Howlett has a chance, and Howlett finds the back of the net. Conga's wraparound chance falls nicely to Matt Howlett on the back door before anyone can react. It's behind Priest and in 9:39, the time of the goal.
And it looked like Baird was doing a good job clearing everything out there, but just Priest one rebound too many, and it allowed Howlett to just slot in there and pick up the loose puck at the back door and get the Knights 1-0 up.
Here it is, this is Conga, as we say, go for the wraparound attempt, and it trickles under Priest, and Matt Howlett is there before Dan Rose can react. And the Knights with the first goal of the evening.
And I've just realised I've got my Baird brothers mixed up.
Yep. Welcome to the club.
That being said, Joe has has impressed me in his first stint in this game, doing exactly what I remember him always doing.
What he's done for some time now as well. Knights with it in their own zone. Archer chips it on goal. Priest kicks it away for Brendan Baird. Tries to find Doughty, gloved down by Colvin for a moment. Webb is able to clear it out anyway. Icing waved off once more. Mullen has to go to his teapot on the other side. That one is played up ice. Icing called. Barron can't beat that one out, so we're going the length of the way back with 9:21 to go in the first. It's one of those interesting ones. I always remember a chat with Dan Evans I had about what locker rooms were like, and he always said that Joe Baird has the worst taste in music, apparently, where it is just all thrash metal all the time.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. I remember on my team at university, we had a goalie who for some reason made us skate onto the Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
I don't know why as well. I don't know if it's the same at Stretton, but country music apparently is a big thing among hockey players. No idea why.
I think it's a Western Canada thing that's just kind of made its way over here, maybe, because...
Morris at the right-hand side with a chance off the side of the net. Bees with it again. Mogg, shots from front. Gospel sees it the whole way and clutches it against the Knights logo on his chest. Face-off will be inside the Knights zone.
Good response, almost getting one on the board there. Good way to answer back after you're 1-0 down.
Just a tick over at 11 minutes gone here. Puck held up off the draw. Back up to the blue line. Knights turn it over once more. Through on goal they come. Shot saved by Priest. Holds it underneath him. Puck's still loose. Howlett's chance. Conger able to get it away from Priest. But he's able to recover. Joe Baird up ice to Rossbottom. Gets behind him. McMullen is there. Rossbottom takes it off McMullen though. Tries to go back. Beautiful stick lift there. Knights in the other way. Howlett. Back to Conger. Conger shot. That's over the glove and the bar of the Bees net. Knights keep it in his own. Hayward. Down to Howlett. Back to Dylan Hare. Hare shot in front. No one there with the tip. Griffin tries to fire it around the boards again. Kelly gets there ahead of Hayward. Rossbottom spins away from the hit from Howlett. Clears it up ice. And icing immediately called. We'll come back to the B zone. Here's that chance again a moment ago from Mac Howlett. Another good save from Priest there. Didn't know exactly where it was.
No, but I mean, in that situation, you know, autopilot kind of takes over and you just scramble trying to find it.
As long as you don't hear cheering, it's a good thing.
Yeah. And I've heard that's why goalies fall flat on their back if they think the puck is behind them. Just instinct takes over and they guess that the puck is there, so they fall on it.
Rossbottom can't beat Dylan Hare to the puck. Hare will play it up ice to Archer. Mills is relieved of the puck by Morris. Morris plays it ahead into the zone.
And again, that was good work there by Mitchell closing out that lane.
Colvin fires it cross ice off the stick of Morris. Mitchell again trying to find a man in a white shirt.
It might be slightly sacrilegious as a Streatham fan to say this, but it's good to see Lewis Colvin getting an opportunity at this level because I always felt he was a very, very solid player.
Oh, you're not going to be allowed back next week. Mitchell again, another clearance picked off by the Knights forward, and that shot from McMullen is into the glove of Priest once more. 6:52 to go in the first period. McMullen just weaving his way through the Bees decor. Probably no danger there to Britton Priest's net.
Not really, although there was a bit of a crowd gathering in front of him, so that could have worked against the Bees on that occasion.
Face off once more, won by the Knights. Down low to Brown, off the back of the net comes Lisa Blaser. Blaser chance in front, and you heard the referee there, goals off.
Doesn't look like it's off.
No, it had come off, Britton has just brought it back on.
Oh.
It wasn't off by the largest margin in the world. Please be somewhat relieved there. The Knights with another good chance on goal. Face off won by Ballas, bounces up to Vitali. Let's go up the right hand side. Skates his Dino, steps around him once more, shot in front. Penalty coming here on the Knights. Back to Nags. Water goes. Doughty. Held up by McMullen. And the whistle goes. The referees will have a discussion of which one they want to call.
They're going to high five.
Should do. Matthews and Irons together again.
Slashing.
Slashing is called. 13-33. As Jordan Blaser sits for 2 minutes. And the Bees will get a third go on the man advantage.
It's interesting. It always seems, so far, it seems to have been the players that the Knights would want the least out of the play going to the penalty box at the moment.
Nog. Puck takes a few fun bounces away. Knights able to clear it. Priest out of his net to play it. Nog leaves it for Vitali. Back to the captain. Ballas up the left wing now. Tries to get round Howlett. Can't. Nog able to keep it in. Steps around Hayward. Down low to Ballas. Back up to the blue line. Bounces over Vitali's stick again. Priest out to play it. Fires it quick as he can on the right hand side. Shot from Smith. Goes wide. No one able to keep it in the white shirt once more. Vitali, good stick work from the American. Ballas shot wide of the net once more. Rose collects. Ballas then loses an edge, and that will go straight out of the other zone. And Leeds can break 3 on 2 here the other way. Cross-ice pass, fanned on shot there from Matt Barron. Bees get away with one there. 50 seconds left on the Boyce Minor. They'll settle it down and get a change.
That was a very, very lucky escape there, because right now, if Barron had connected with that, I think it would be 2-0.
I mean, it would have been 2-0.
It would have been 2-0.
Rose can't get past Griffin. Puck loses zone once more. Mogg across to Nags. Has to wait for the man to get back on side. Morris wheels his way round Barron into the right hand side. Shot blocked away by Gospel. Brendan Baird with it. Down low to Nags once more. Morris back to Rose. He gets a stick lifted, can't get the shot away. 10 seconds to go. Dropped off to Brendan Baird. Baird steps in, closes the angle down, shot off the shoulder of Gospel, bounces high, luckily for the Knights out the zone. And Knights will get another breakaway as they return to full strength. Matt Hayward in on goal. Good work, good save from Priest. Block it down again, falls back to Hayward. It comes off the glove of Priest. Blazer straight out of the box, straight into play, tries to find Howlett, misses everyone, straight out the back door. Shot from Baldwin is held by Priest. And the Bees somewhat fortunate to get away with it again there.
Very fortunate to get away with it, but that's something Leeds are very, very good at, is shifting the momentum of the play on a dime like that. They're really good at these forcing turnovers and then turning them into breakaway attempts.
Very good shot there off the arm of Priest. Now straight back to him. Face off won by Webb. Joe Baird. Play it up ice, tries to find Smith. Smith can't get away from McMullen. Let's play it ahead. Kelly first to the loose puck, takes it away from Mills. Bees can't quite clear the zone at the moment. Kelly flips it into the opposite corner before scanning to the bench. McMullen is there, evades the hit from Webb. Mills clears it only as far as Joe Baird. And that again is taken away by the Knights. Mogg last man back for the men in white. Colvin steps round him. Mogg able to get back ahead of him. Dylan Hare held up against the boards by Smith. Smith takes a tumble, held up once more. Finally the puck is knocked loose. Colvin is first to react to it. Colvin tries to go back door to Archer. Leeds still with it. Mills with a chance. Back it to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Takes a block off Joe Baird. Archer with it. His attempt to pass is stopped by Joe Baird once more. Mogg off the glass. Kick down once more. Mogg's keeping them pinned in for now. Baird first to lose puck. Once more turned over. The Knights split it again. Ethan Hare. Brilliant poke check there from Stuart Moggs to get it away from Ethan Hare. Smith can't clear it, bounces back to Blazer. Blazer into the zone, or into the slot I should say. Another chance, that goes wide, and another penalty called on the Bees this time. And Joe Baird, I think no, it's not going to be Joe Baird. Someone is going to the box here for the Bees.
Someone is, not sure who.
Hooking is the call. It's Marcel Balaz heading to the box for hooking. 17:34 the time of the penalty.
Well, that will have been a combination of desperation and just being tired out there. Bees trapped in their own end. Really, the bigger offensive zone here kind of working against them, as clearances they were making on a different rink would have probably cleared the zone and would have forced the offside, but not here.
Mogg backhands it out of the zone, nearly can't keep it in. Knights will come in from the left-hand side. Tries to drop it off to Howlett. Again, another clearance this time from Rose. He gets in front of Hare. Nearly from behind his own net. Up to Conga. Conga weaves his way in through the Bees D-main. Conga, that is fantastic! Bailey Conga decides it's time to put on a highlight reel and puts the Knights 2 goals to the good here with a power play marker. 18:15 the time of the goal.
That was a beautiful goal. Just an end-to-end rush. Bailey Conga's been making quite a name for himself since his debut a couple of weeks. He's only joined, a couple of weeks ago?
I believe his debut was against the Bees, actually, I think. Up in Leeds. We will get that replay for that 1 second.
He scored in that game as well.
Yes, yes, he did. Yes. Everyone scores against us. Bees win the draw. We'll get you the replay of that one in a second because it frantically tried to do 4 jobs at once behind me. I do apologise, Nick.
Blame Bailey Conga for scoring such a beautiful goal.
There is a second assist on that. I heard Matt Hayward with 1 assist. I do wish Danny would announce them twice. Held up against the boards in the Knights zone. Knights able to bring it away. Ethan Hare, another horrendously timed missed hit there by Liam Morris.
That is 1 board of plexiglass that will
never. And then Morris goes for the hit on Hare, and that's immediately called again. Interference. And Liam Morris will head to the bench as we've got the replay for you. 18:56 on that Morris penalty. And here's Bailey Conga pantsing 3 men.
Yeah. Stuart Morg does his best to try and strip him of the puck, but Conga just somehow muscles it through and is able to slot it around Priest.
Able to find space in a phone box.
Maybe the Solent Devils could use him.
Oh, do you believe that Ethan Hare has been called for the penalty there?
What? Interesting.
So not Liam Morris, Ethan Hare sits 2 minutes for interference. Okay, I didn't see it like that.
I mean, if anything, I saw that as almost an attempted head hit.
That's an interesting one.
There was a high elbow in that situation.
Please, chance in front from Smith, saved by Gospel.
Gospel very lucky there. The puck was just sitting there waiting for somebody to get their stick on it.
Vitali down low to Balaz behind the goal. Tries to find Doughty, another brilliant stick lift, this time by Lewis Baldwin. Able to clear the zone. We're inside the final minute, I should say. Mogg over to Vitali on the right-hand side. Spins away from one Knight. Tries to find space. Gianni Vitali still with it. Vitali tries to go down to Doughty. Blocked by Griffin. And that is able to be cleared. That will probably do it for the first period. There's 5 seconds left as Stuart Mogg is sent back. Doughty from centre ice. Marcel Balaz with it. Tries to find an option, but nothing doing as the period comes to an end. A period that, well, it's been slightly even. The Leeds Knights have definitely made the better of their chances. 2 goals, one from Matt Howlett being left open on the back door to slide it past Britton Priest, and Bailey Conga deciding to put one on his highlight reel for 2024. Working his way through, as Chris said, from coast to coast, and working his way past the 2 B's D-men before slotting home for the Knights' second in the evening. And Chris, a period that's been largely uneventful, chances at both ends. The Knights just making the most of those chances, and it's why they're top of the league. I mean,
they've made the most of those chances. It's why they're at the top end of the league, because they're capitalising and they're converting. The other end of the ice, Sam Gospel has stopped everything, and I mean, you can argue, you know, he's letting a few too many rebounds out, but he's stopping the rebounds, that are chances that are coming off of that, and that's why he's one of the best netminders, because he doesn't just make the first stop, he makes the second stop and the third.
Just confirmation on that Knight's second goal. That was scored by Bailey Conga, assisted by Matt Hayward and Bo Neely for the power play marker. We'll have the scores from around the league and the stats from the first period shortly. We'll be back in about 15 minutes' time. Welcome back here to Slough for the second period. Elsewhere around the league, it is currently the Sheffield Steel Dogs 1, Swindon Wildcats 3. The Raiders 1, Bristol Pitbulls 2. Telford v Peterborough starts in about 10 minutes' time. And it is currently Hull 0, MK 0. Here it is Bees 0, Leeds 2 after 20 minutes. 2 goals for the Knights, one from Matt Callard on the back door, as I said, and a piece of beauty from Bailey Conga. Shots on goal, we said it was pretty even. 8 on Britton Priest in the Bees net. 9 on Sam Gospel in the Leeds Knights net. And producer Nick would like me to apologise. He spelled Conga wrong and called me something he probably shouldn't. It's not 9 o'clock, Nick, you're not allowed to call me that. By the power of editing!
Bees webcast after dark.
Chris, we said it was a pretty even period. The Leeds Knights making the most of the chances. And the Bailey Conga goal is a thing of beauty.
Oh yeah, that was a highlight. That's one of those goals where even if it's scored against your team, you kind of just have to sit there and be, I'm very mad at that, but I'm going to applaud it all the same. Yeah, it's one of those. I've always said it to people who aren't like hockey fans or just particularly my fiance. She's not really a hockey fan, as you know.
just be like, there's sometimes where you just have to watch it and just go, oh, you git, and applaud it. Conor McDavid being the prime example of such things.
Yep.
And Bailey Conger with one up there. Leeds, obviously, on the penalty kill for 57 more seconds off of what we could best describe as a rather dubious Ethan Hare interference penalty.
That's the first time I've ever seen a player be interfered with and get the penalty called on them.
Bees win the draw and immediately break it into the zone. Here's a chance straight away for Marcel Balaz. Sam Gospel showing he is alert to it. First off in the start of the period.
I think that might have been something drawn up as a play in the locker room, maybe. That looks like something straight from the training ground.
Bees will go again, flipped into the zone. Vitali able to get away from Griffin. Mogg. Down low to Doughty. He leaves it for Vitali. Cross ice to Balaz. 15 seconds left on the Hare minor. Back to Smith in front. Smith's shot straight into the blocker Gospel. He'll pin it against his chest. 11 seconds to go with the man advantage.
And it gets on the face-off, but Gospel had that sighted all day long. But good movement back and forth behind the net, trying to move the defence laterally. Here's
that Balaz chance. He just loses the handle for a split second there.
If
he could just trying to go for the backhand move.
Yeah. If he could just get it under control a second earlier, he probably would have been able to just slide it around and we'd be 2-1.
Knights win the draw after the Bees weren't ready for the face-off, and that will effectively kill the penalty as Hare steps out the box. Again, we said it earlier, Ryan Hodges' team penalty kills, they were more iconic duo. Ross bottom into the B zone. Cross ice pass attempted for Rose there. No one there. Barron finds Blaser. Cross to McMullen. McMullen's little stop and go. Shot is pushed up into the air by Priest. He's trying to create the turnover. Puck finds its way up to McMullen. McMullen's shot off the pad of Priest. Knights is still with it. Puck back up to McMullen. Down low, Barron's shot blocked in front, still loose. Blaser can't get the handle on it. Has to go back. Baldwin keeps it in the blue line. Down low to Hare. Barron. Back to Baldwin. McMullen winds up, fires. That takes deflection, goes wide. Brendan Baird will be the first to lose puck. Flips it off the boards and out the zone. Ross bottom. Leaves it for Rose. Brendan will get it over centre ice. Dump it into the zone so the Bees can get a change. Long stretch pass to Blaser. Blaser steps in the zone, loses his footing. Puck finds his way back to Matt Barron, who just hammers one past Britton Priest. And the Knights go 3 goals up, 22-15 time to goal. Time
of the penalty. Barron applies the finish, but this goal is all Blaser. Even after losing his edge, it gets played back out to Barron, who just trails in and just blasts it into the top of the net.
You sang Spice Girls, stop. Hammer time. Matt Barron quickly gets his 10th goal of the year. And Bees win the draw from Ryan Webb at centre ice. Immediately turned over once more. Knights into the zone. Penalty called. That's the Bees scrabbling there.
Well, the momentum's definitely shifted. I mean, early on, it was shifting this way, obviously in the Bees' favour, but it's now shifting in the way of the Knights.
It's well drawn there by Gregor Mills. Holding is the call at 22-21 as Joe Baird heads to the box.
I think Bairdy there just trying to maybe stave off and prevent the Knights getting a fourth one, maybe seeing flashes of what had just happening again.
Face off to the right of Prince. Knights win the draw. Neely. Cross ice intercepted. And he's able to clear. Neely carries it into the zone. Dropped off once more. Hayward with it. Just waiting for the option to go to the front of the net. Chance off the side of the cage and wide. And the Bees able to clear. Players just throwing themselves in front of a puck now.
Seems like there were like at least 3 Bees players inside the crease at that time.
Neely sets Howlett away. Howlett moves over to the right wing. Blazer. Down low to Hayward. A wide open Mac Howlett snaps a shot on goal. Luckily, that's wide of the net. Back again it comes Howlett. Drops it off for Neely. Neely to Conga. Conga shot blocked in front by Kelly.
Very impressive, the speed that the Knights are moving this puck around here. The Bees penalty killers are always arriving too late to catch the puck carrier, and I feel like that was a tripping call there that's just been missed.
Conga takes a tumble and then gets sat on for his troubles. Neely, 30 seconds left on the Joe Baird minor. Puck back up to Neely, loses it for a second. This is on the wrong hand. Baldwin. Down low once more, Leeds win it from behind the Bees net. Conga a chance in front, shot saved by Priest, and the Bees are able to clear. 10 seconds to go. Grossweiler's net to play it.
And that's good defensive work there. Could have been 4-0, but I mean, I pointed out as now the Knights break.
Stretch pass up to Blazer as the Bees return to full strength. The Bees will come back the other way. Bees break in. Liam Morris with a chance. Liam Morris shot saved by Gospel. Rebound loose, but Mullen is there to clean up. Baldwin up to Blazer, chips it on ahead. Mogg is first to the puck. Barron down to Archer. Pinned alongside the boards there. Blazer finds Dylan Head, and the Head shot goes wide. Bounces all the way around the other side to Baldwin. Blazer once more. Back to Archer, winds up, fires. That shot's wide as well. Hare blows the tyre, trying to reach the puck. And that will go length of the ice behind the right net. And we have a fight at centre ice. Liam Morris has gone for Jimmy Archer.
And looked like Archer didn't want anything of it, but now he's getting the punches back in.
That has come from absolutely nowhere, and the linesman have probably jumped in a little too early.
Archer doesn't want to let go. He really wants Morris.
They've jumped in a little early there. 25-17 is the time of the penalties. We know it's going to be 5 each for fighting, but we'll wait and see if there are any more coming from it.
Be interesting to see what sparked that.
It feels like it's one of those, the Bees need something to get them back in this game.
Oh, of course. Definitely thinking that's Morris trying to spark something, get the bench going. Just interesting to see Archer. You know, like normally in these situations, most players would point up at the scoreboard and go, "Why would I do this right now?"
Well, we know it's going to be 5 each. We'll wait and see if there's anything supplementary added on. That's the zebra cam. James Irons explains everything. The puck is coming down into the Knights zone here. Now I don't know if that's just going to... It can't be from where the play was, because it was in neutral ice. And I think Stephen Matthews might just be pointing that out. And that we are going to go to centre ice, I think. We're just outside.
Yeah, we're going to the...
Yeah, we're going to pretty much where the puck was at the time it broke out. Nothing is on the clock, so we're going to assume it's 5-3. 5 each.
It's also the fight, that's where the fight was.
We'll wait for confirmation, if and when we get it. We'll confidently say 5 each for fighting and watch it get called 2 for roughing.
Or 2 and 2 for roughing. Or 2 and 2 for fighting.
As the Knights win the draw. And Griffin. Puck finds its way towards Mills once more. Here we go. Both receive 5 for fighting, so nothing added on to that one. As the Bees start the rush, that is a rather blatant offside on the part of Aidan Doughty, as the Bees will have to circle back. Dylan Hare leaves it for Griffin.
Just trying to sneak it there, but mistimed it a bit.
Colvin will carry it into the zone. Shot comes in, gloved away by Priest. Bees able to clear. Ballas able to stick with Hare. Can't beat the other Hare to the puck though. Kept in the blue line. Mogg towards goal, that's wide. No one able to get there in a white shirt as Mills gets it round Nags. Doughty collects loose puck. Puck across the Nags, kicks it on the head. No one there in a white shirt. Griffin will collect. Dylan Hare now. Chips to the ice, the Knights will go for a change. Nags from behind his own net. Tries to start the rush. Chipped ahead by Smith. Nags up ice to Ross bottom. Chips into the zone. Smith able to get it away from Dylan Hare. Smith cross-ice pass. That takes a wicked deflection off Dylan Hare. And Josh Smith has scored from the goal line. And the Bees get something from nothing. 27-12.
Something from nothing. I expected that to take a deflection in front, but not from Hare.
This isn't even going to be on camera.
No, it's just on camera. Gospel gets across. Looks like he has it covered, but it just sneaks by him. I think it takes a deflection off Gospel, maybe.
It looked like it came off either Hare's stick or Hare's leg, and it's just redirected it enough to fire it past Gospel.
I mean, obviously Smith was... it's a play they've been running on the last few plays. It
just comes off the top of the stick.
Inside to out, looking for that guy trailing in at the far post, and it's sort of finally worked.
It just seems to come off the top of the stick blade of Dylan Hare there. It's unfortunate for the young D-man. Bees quickly the other way once more though. Hayward into the zone, 2-on-2. Tries to find Howlett, that's just too far ahead of him.
Doesn't matter how you score them, just as long as you score them.
Josh Smith, his 4th goal of the year for the Bees. He's trying to get a big hit delivered there in front of Priest. Smith from Rose and Nags is the Bees' first goal.
I'll be honest.
Here's the big hit delivered there by Mac Howlett.
I'll be honest, with the way the Bees' offense has been playing, I was not expecting it to come from there.
In terms of Josh Smith, or the fact it's come from basically below where we're stood?
Kind of both. No offence, obviously, to Josh Smith, but Marcel Ballas and Gianni Vitali have been driving pretty much most of the offensive play on when they've been out there.
And the Bees get something. Now let's see if they can build back on it, or the Knights counter-punch once more, as they often do. Howlett from behind the Bees' net. Weaves his way round the defence, draws a trip there rather expertly. And the Bees will touch up and head to the disadvantage again. 28:05, the time of the penalty. And Josh Smith goes from goal scorer to penalty victim.
Hero to 0.
2 minutes for tripping the goal. 28:05. The Knights back on the man advantage. Knights win the draw. Puck finds way back to Ethan Hare. McMullen from the blue line. Shot towards goal, saved by Priest. Comes up in a second time last game. It was actually just underneath his leg pad.
It looked like it was. Well, it definitely made its way through traffic. It looked like it was heading in.
Holds on for the whistle. Face up held up this time. Bees try and get clear. Can't. Knights once again turning over down low. Blazer. Bees finally able to get it clear. Tarley drops it off. Shot in front. Blocked by McMullen. Tarley dropping it off for Ballas. Bees with it again. And we'll go for the shot on goal. Gospel gloves it down, and he will have to hold on as Vitali bears down on him. 1:18 left on the Smith minor.
It's interesting to see that, even though obviously that's a penalty kill move, but Vitali there, like a lot of the Bees players, they're kind of forced and limited to just one shot. They're kind of forced to get that first shot away, and the Knights just clearing with ease, not really allowing any Bees players to come in and pick up that loose puck.
Barron wins the draw in his own zone. McMullen from behind Gospel. Almost lost the handle there. Finds Baldwin. Skates into the zone. Bracer, stopped by Webb. Has to retreat out the zone. Cross-ice feed to Conga. Well, I'm sorry, not Conga. Conga was offside as he's just stepped onto the ice. Seen by Jonathan Saw there on the far side. So the offside will come just outside the zone. Just under a minute left with a man advantage.
It's another interesting quirk of where the blue lines are here in this arena.
Another face-off callback. It's been a theme for games at all levels this year, really. It's the amount of redrops on face-offs. I know it frustrates players, no end.
So I think I myself have, from the stands, yelled on many occasions that I'm not there to watch the line host drop a puck.
And this is why not many of them like you. Howl up with it.
There are other things I've yelled at them that probably would explain why they also don't like it.
Said it, Coventry stays at Coventry. Bees able to turn it over. And again, another, I'm going to say, it's another brilliantly drawn penalty there as Bailey Conga tries to keep the puck in the zone. And mows down the Bees forward. That's, I'm going to go with 2 minutes of tripping.
That was quite spectacular, actually. Josh Kelly still composing himself on the ice.
2 minutes of tripping for Bailey Conga, 29:38 the time of the penalty.
I think poor Josh Kelly, I think he looks like he's about to get a breakaway, and then all of a sudden the world turned upside down for him.
Why can I see the roof? So 4-on-4 for 27 seconds. It's an underrated part of the hockey players' game, the ability to draw penalties like that, and I wouldn't have said Josh Kelly would be my expert choice for it. As that pass jumps over the stick of Brendan Baird, he had a chance on the back door for a second.
And again, the Bees have had so many chances like this evening where just if they either fan on it or the puck just bounces at the worst possible moment.
Vitali trying to stick on his way round everybody and has drawn another penalty here. Matt Hayward will head to the box. Gianni Vitali decided he was going to try and get round every single Knights player.
Hayward does not look happy with that call.
Draws a penalty on that one. 29:59. Hayward will protest his innocence with James Irons.
This is one of the it's one of the interesting things about the way Gianni Vitali plays, because he tries to do a lot out there, but it does get results like this. It does draw penalties from players putting the stick in to try and stop him doing exactly what he was doing there.
I must apologise, I didn't actually see what he was called for there, and I think that's a point that the box is currently trying to say over that they don't have a call. So I do apologise for Twitter, we will get that shortly for you. $29.59 the time of the penalty. Once we get the 2 minutes confirmed, we will give it to you. 4-on-3 for 3 seconds, and it's back on 5-on-3 as the Knights clear it up ice.
My guess,
Josh Smith steps out of the box.
My guess on it's going to be hooking.
It is 2 minutes for hooking.
I was right.
Bees with it. Josh Smith on the chance on the back door. Back to Morg it comes. Balaz. Balaz trying to close the angle down. Back door to Vitali. Vitali shot off the shoulder of Gospel as he throws himself at it. Smith grabs it down for Balaz. 1 minute left, 5-on-3.
Good reaction time there by Sam Gospel, seeing that crossing pass was going where it was going.
Morg down low to Balaz. Once more, Balaz shot saved by Gospel. Smith gives in just so many sticks in the lane. Morg tries to go to Vitali. It's well intercepted by Griffin. He'll clear it. Barron skates to the bench. 40 seconds left, 5 on 3. As Priest clears it up ice to Vitali.
That was really positive though there for the Bees. They were close in, they were moving it quickly, they weren't giving the Knights a chance to breathe, which you really don't want to do on these 5 on 3s. You want to trap them as long as you possibly can.
Bees into the zone once more. Cross ice pass to Doughty. Back to Mogg. Doughty down low once more. Cycles around to balance. Back to Doughty. Backdoor Mogg. Chance. Stuart Mogg! Finally, the dam bursts on the power play. And Stuart Mogg gets one home. 31-30 on the 5 on 3 advantage.
Aidan Doughty does all the hard work down behind the blue, down behind the goal line. We'll see it here. Moves it across, looks for Mogg, and Mogg just has to snipe it into the top cheddar.
Stuart Mogg clearly watching Thomas Malasinski highlights from last week, putting it through the eye of a needle on Sam Gospel for his 5th goal of the year. And that means Annika gets to use the best goal graphic in the league again.
Moggy, 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 oi, oi, oi.
Still a man advantage of 20 seconds. Smith backhands it into the zone. Bolden's able to get there ahead of Rossbottom. Down low to Nags. Back to the high man. Nags steps in, tries to go to Rossbottom. Blocked by McMullen. Mogg from Doughty and Balaz as Matt Hayward steps out the box. Marcel Balaz is 40th point of the season on that one. Knights with it. Blazer shot through traffic. Priest didn't have a clue where that one was. He's taking the deflection up into the netting. Marcel Balaz, 40th point of the year. I believe it was 65 last year with the Bison, and he's got 40 before Christmas this year.
He's almost keeping pace with Kieran Brown, really, isn't he?
Brown was on 44. And Goodbye was on 44. That's why we're a bit disappointed that neither of those two are playing tonight.
Do you know the thing though? Just to obviously like get some of my Kieran Brown material I had prepared in. I believe this weekend, if he had scored, I think 3 or 4 points, he would have surpassed Aaron Nell as the all-time National League point scorer. And he's only 21.
I think it was the stat I had to put out last year was that he joined an exclusive list of players who scored 100 points in back-to-back seasons. I'll have to go back and do my research on it. I think if he did it this year, he'd be the first Brit player to have it in 3 straight seasons at this level.
Well, he is contracted at this level for next year.
Everybody liked this, apart from netminders,
who will have to invest in a large supply of aloe vera for the suntans their necks are going to get.
Larger gloves.
Bigger pads. 90-style NHL goalie pads.
And we cut live to the Bees, where Britton Priest is currently building a wall. Face off to the right of Priest. The Bees win the draw with Marcel Balaz. Wasn't
that like a function in an NHL EA game at one point? You got like cards that allowed your goalie to do weird things like build a brick wall.
Yeah, but knowing EA games, you probably have to pay an extra 40 quid for it.
I think there is a penalty.
There is a penalty coming here.
I feel like this whole period has just been special teams.
It feels like it. It's another tripping call as well this time. 33-14 as the Bees head to the penalty kill once more. 2 minutes for tripping on I didn't see who.
I believe it might have been Smith again.
I think it might be. It's Vitali.
Oh.
Gianni Vitali sits for 2 minutes.
I got half the number right.
And the Knights go back on the man advantage, looking to restore this 2-goal lead. Howlett back to McMullen. Towards goal. Screen, but Priest able to see it. Back to Howlett. Howlett bundled down in front. Puck still loose. Conga tries to go back door. Blocked in front by Mogg.
And those odd bounces, one after the other there, almost, costing the Bees big time there.
McMullen. Back over to Hayward. Steps around Morris. Should say Morris and Archer are back out now. Howlett, shot, blocked away. McMullen down to Conga. Brilliant pass and move there. Howlett, chance in front, kicked away by Priest this time. Despairing dive, not quite cleared. Down low again, backdoor chance for Blazer once more. back to Howlett. Howlett goes back door, and that is as easy as you like. You can see it coming from a mile away, and Bailey Conga gets his second of the night. 34-10 on the power play for the Knights.
The Bees really struggling there with just how fast that puck was being moved around. They could not get a stick in there to interrupt the play, and there we go, just across the seam, and Conga's there just to slot it in.
As Chris says, it's just the puck moved around so fast on that chance. It just felt like it was coming at some point. Bees held on for as long as they could, and Knights restore their 2-goal lead. Puck chipped ahead, Priest will cover up. 5:41 to go in the second period.
Thing is though, it's my favourite saying, the 2-goal lead right now, which is the worst lead in hockey.
You had that on your Chris Beale commentary drinking bingo card. Congratulations, you win.
I did talk with Joe that we should put that out.
Oh yeah.
Chris makes a CM Punk reference.
Conga from Howlett and Boycer.
It's clobbering time.
That was earlier. Ethan Hare into the zone. Chips it ahead. Joe Baird is back to collect the loose puck. Drops it for Kelly. Smith tries to go out of the zone. Blocked by Dylan Hare this time. Around it goes. Bolden chance in front. Another tip in front. This time puck still loose as Priest can't make the second save. Priest swimming around in his zone. Knights unable to convert. Baldwin. Cross ice, Ethan Hare. Down to Boycer. Boycer chance kicked away by Priest once more. Hare off the balls to Barron. Pinned behind the Bees net. Ethan Hare able to bring it away. Bees met by Kelly. And Bees finally able to clear it up ice. Icing waved off. Neely will try and find Boycer, blocked by Smith. Neely will retreat. Colvin will lead the rush up ice for the Knights, chips it round Mitchell. And then misses the check on Mitchell.
Does come up with the puck though.
Beast still with it. Vitali wheeling his way into the zone. Gianni Vitali with a chance. Shot saved by Gospel. He's not quite sure where it is. Good hands from the American once more.
That was almost another end-to-ender here, but Gospel just able to get that 5-hole closed at the exact time. Really good reaction time there.
3:57 to go here in the second. Knights win the draw once more. Griffin tries to clear it, kept in, down low to Doughty. Vitali chips it round Griffin. Drops it off for Doughty again. Archer, again, can't clear it up ice. Just gets stuck in the glove momentarily of Vitali, drops off for Doughty. No hook pass, finds Vitali, tries to find Balaz, good stick work there from Colvin. Meat causes it to leave the zone. Vitali chips that one ahead. Morris able to get there first ahead of Griffin. Leaves it for Balaz. Balaz finds Rossbottom. Rossbottom shot saved by Gospel. And it's been a thing for the last few weeks of Adam Rossbottom. Every time he generates a good quality chance and can't put it away, he's very annoyed with himself this year.
I don't think he has as we're looking at the scramble around Priest's net.
And there's the other end here with Vitali trying to stuff one far side on Gospel. But I don't think it's a case of Rossbottom hasn't been bad. It's just because he had, again, we say it, no luck.
Well, we've seen it throughout the course of this game. The amount of times Bees players have been on the end of that one-timer position, or they've been on the end of that rebound, and they just haven't. The puck has bobbled. That was probably the first time I think we've seen all evening for Dan Rossbottom being in that position and actually connecting with it, and it didn't bobble.
Icing called on that one as Ollie Nags can't get there ahead of Lewis Baldwin. We'll go back into the B zone. 2:49 left in the second period. off one by the Knights. Back to Bolden it comes. Shot is blocked by, I believe, Bailey Conger in front, unfortunately.
He was looking to redirect it, but unfortunately it just kind of just hit him and fell to the floor.
There's another chance for the Knights, this time as Conger cuts in off the McMullen shot. He's able to get, I think, his stick on it on that one. Haywood, pinned to the boards by Mogg. But he's able to bring it clear. Rossbottom, up ice, we're trying to get around McMullen. Does, but Baldwin is there to get there ahead of Rossbottom. Haywood will set Howlett away. Nice, poke checks it away from Howlett. Rossbottom loses out to Matt Haywood. Haywood drops it off for Conger. Bailey Conger, chance. Saved by Priest as it goes over the net. Knight's still with it. Haywood tries to shovel one in. Conger will try and go for a wraparound chance. Priest with another save. But Griffin across to Dylan Hare. Shot in front, redirected, and that goes wide into the netting, I think.
It's a big save there by Griffin Priest, though, with that getting that leg pad down between the post and the net.
1:51 to go here in the second. Face off to the left of Priest. One by the Bees. Dumped up ice. Stopped in neutral zone. Blazer drops off Reef and Hare. Hare shot from the tight angle blocked by Joe Baird. Another attempted clearance, glove down in the neutral zone once more by Griffin this time. Nice chip it ahead. Brendan Baird will get there ahead of Barron. Webb fires it straight to Barron. Turnover once more. Dylan Hare tries to find. I think that's Neely. I can't quite be sure on this. Turned over anyway. Again, stopped at the blue line. Big hit from Doughty. Quickly check from behind another time. Final minute of the second period. Long stretch pass into the Ballas. Well read by Dylan Hare. He has to leave it as the Knights have been offside, so Ballas goes back to collect, and the Bees will try and change the last four players. Both teams try and chuck out top lines for this final minute. Long stretch pass to Ballas as they will tip it ahead. Griffin takes a heavy tumble. There's a penalty called on that one. Sorry, we lost culture there because we were watching what was going on with Jordan Griffin and Marcel Ballas. The initial call was on Marcel Ballas, and Jordan Griffin has...
He's holding his knee. And
Jordan Griffin is holding his knee here, but he had enough strength in him there to throw a punch at Marcel Ballas. 26 seconds to go in the period.
In the way when Ballas was standing up, the way his leg was between Griffin's legs, maybe their legs have become entangled during the contact.
So wait and see what the penalty is. Obviously, Marcel Ballas is called 2 minutes for something. And Jordan Griffin is going to make his way off the ice, obviously with 26 seconds left. He's near the Knights changing room anyway.
I think he was able to put some weight on that leg.
Yeah, Griffin has walked under his own steam back to the changing room. We could just say that from below where we're stood here. 2 minutes for Marcel Ballas is on the clock at 39:34. Again, we haven't seen what the call is because the referees have just decided that straight to the box, so we'll wait and see what is called. So the Bees have to survive 26 seconds before the period break here. Here we go.
It's a rather unfortunate reversal at the end of the period because I was about to, in our summing up comments, I was going to say there's a lot of positives the Bees could take from this period going into the break.
I'm sorry, I could not hear what was announced there as the drum started up at just the wrong time. Bees will launch the break.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dawn and Graham, the Stratum owners, are here tonight. They must have brought the drum with them.
And the Bees force a cover up by Gospel. with 10.8 left on the clock. Again, good work by Vitaly. I'm trying to tempt fate as much as I can. The Knights haven't conceded a short-handed goal this year. Please.
The thing is, isn't it the reverse with us, though? We say the good thing and then the bad thing happens.
Yes, you're a Hauschka.
Yeah.
Hi. Knights win the draw. Howlett up ice. Time for one buzzer beater. Stopped immediately. Vitaly will push that towards goal. Gospel sticks in the way, and that will end the second period here in Slough. 4 goals in it. The Knights jumped out and stretched that 3-goal lead. And the Bees managed to bring it back to 3-2 as some conversations are going on at centre ice here between Liam Morris and James Archer once more.
I would love to know what it is that sparked that.
It's
very colourful language, let's put it that way.
Yes, there's words that should not be said on a live stream, and we're kind of hoping that the effects mic below didn't pick many of them up. And it's still going on. Chris, anyway, 4-2 is the score after 40 minutes. The Bees will feel slightly better with that period. They've generated chances, they've capitalised on some of them, while Lee Morris is still shouting while we're trying to do this.
This is like last week when I was at that Peterborough Blackhawks game where like I heard Jack Charles-Itsky in the tunnel yelling he was going to tear someone's head off.
But both teams will feel very good with that period.
Yes, back to the game. Yeah, the Bees definitely, there's a lot more positive to take from that. They've broken the seal, they've managed to get 2 goals on the net. Like on 2 goals in the net, one of them an absolute beautiful snipe. One of them, like nobody really knows that, but they all count. Nobody knows how it went in, but they all count. Bit of an unfortunate momentum shift at the end of that because it did seem a bit like the momentum was shifting their way towards the end there, but. Balaz is only gone for 2 minutes, which it could have, based on what we saw going on down here, it could have been a lot worse potentially. It's a big minute and 35 to start this third period. If the Knights score, that could be curtains. I mean, yeah, any time you start the period on the penalty kill, it is a big disadvantage. But you have the advantage here that you've got 15 minutes to let your boys get the air back into them. They're fresh, they're more recharged than if say it was 1 minute 35 in the middle of a period somewhere. Problem is, it's the same for the Knights. The Knights have 15 minutes now to go and recharge, draw up a battle plan for coming into the next period. We'll bring you the scores and stats from that period and the scores from elsewhere in about 15 minutes' time. Thank you, everyone. Welcome back to the third period here in Slough. Confirmation on that last penalty. Marcel Balaz, 2 minutes for tripping was the call there. We'll wait and see if Jordan Griffin comes out for the third period. Stats from that period: shots on goal 14 on Britton Priest in the Bees net, 9 on Sam Gospel in the Knights net. 2 goals, the Matt Barron hammer, and Bailey Conger with another nice power play goal. Josh Smith via the stick blade of Dylan Hare and Stuart Mogg on the power play for the Bees. See the list of tripping penalties. No, that's not producer Nick. Just copy and pasting the same one. That's really what was called. It's just you get a tripping call, and you get a tripping call, and you get a tripping call this evening. Elsewhere in the league, Sheffield Steel Dogs 3, Swindon Wildcats 5. That is with about 10 seconds to go, I believe. So that one is basically done. We also have the Raiders 9, the Bristol Pitbulls 3, which is interesting to say the least, for reasons that we won't go into. Chris is frantically just checking the 50-50 shirt off his back numbers, and he's either 9,000 off or he's missed by about 12. Either way, I didn't win. There's the Leeds Knights considering producer Annika told me before the show, I'm not allowed to win. She's very happy about that. Yes, because producer Annika hasn't won any shirts off the backs before, no. I mean, what, it's been almost a year since you last won one. Didn't you win like 3 in the space of 2 months at one point last year? That was your mum. You're going to throw poor old Pam under the bus here. Yeah. It wasn't me, Gov, honest. It wasn't me, it was my mother. The Bees rejoin us on the ice. I must admit, I have not seen Jordan Griffin come back out. But I'll be honest, I was trying to watch for that, and then I got distracted by the prize draws. I didn't see him come out, but we will also keep an eye out in case he joins us.
during the period as the Bees wait for the last few men to trickle out the changing room.
Well, and based off of interactions at the end of that period, it's going to be interesting to see if anything happens here between Archer and Morris as well.
Well, this is where we get to the odd point now, because they've already had one fight. If they have a second, they're both gone. 2 5s equal a game.
True. But whatever is going on between the two of them, definitely as we could hear from Morris, Morris doesn't feel like it's over and settled.
The Knights have 1 minute 30 left on the man advantage from that Marcel Balaz tripping minor. And the users, they come into the zone with Howlett. Tries to spin away from Mog. Wacer, cross ice. Howlett can't get on the end of that one. Brendan Baird is able to clear. Once more, 1 minute left on the minor. Shot fired off the block. Reprise pushes it into the far corner. Conga takes it away from Mog. Vitali is there. Mog will try and clear. Kept in by Howlett. Shot from the point. Saved by Priest, who holds it eventually. Shot from Howlett. Tipped by Wacer. Here it is away from the blue line. Priest closing them up.
Bit of a slower tempo there from the Knights on that one, not the same frenetic pace that we were seeing from their earlier pennant power play opportunities.
Yeah, a lot more patient, you say. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. He's able to bring it away through Kelly, fires it straight out the zone, tipped ahead by Mullen. Knights with it once more. Neely. Lose it for Barron. Dropped off to Ethan Hare. Back to Neely. Neely's shot. Saved by Priest once more. Kelly able to kick it away from Barron. Can't quite clear. McMullen due to have kept it in at the blue line as the Bees return to full strength.
A lot of calls for offside there, and it did look, I mean, it did look like it had crossed the line.
He's with it, Joe Baird. Tries to play up ice. Offside would have been called. They still haven't cleared the zone. And the Bees, for some reason, play it. So it's going to come the entire length of the way back. It was quite clearly being signalled as offside.
Bit of a miscommunication snafu there, I think, for the Bees.
I think Joe Baird just wanted a line change more than anything. Face off once more down in the Bees zone.
I think given that this is probably the first competitive game Joe's played in a while, you can forgive him the odd...
First game since March last year.
Yeah,
or this year, sorry, I should say. I'm already in 2024. Shot from the blue line, straight to the glove of Priest. He'll hold on.
Yeah. We'll sort of be seeing out the end of 2023 together, won't we, mate?
Yep. Who doesn't love a...
We'll be here for Neon Night.
Neon Night! Face off to the right of Priest. Once more won by the Knights. Howlett towards goal. Hayward tip in front. Saved by Priest, who has to reach back and cover up once more.
Again, good presence of awareness there by Priest. Searching for it a little bit at the end, but get good reaction to get it down and get it covered. These really need to find a way to, again, the bigger defensive zone here seems to be working against them when they try to work it out.
Let's win the draw once more. Neely to Howlett. Down low. Conga with a chance. Over the bar. Again, chance on the back door of Hayward. Conga with another one. That takes the deflection off a stick and goes over the bar. Howlett is first to it. Back to zone stick of Hayward. Doughty is able to collect it. Doesn't know that Hayward is there, and that's turned over immediately. Howlett, he'll find Conga. No, Brendan Baird is there. Hayward picks up the loose puck. Marcus Mitchell fires it round the boards. Ballas keeps it in the zone. Once more, the Bees can't get out yet. And finally they do as Ballas takes it over centre ice. He's immediately dispossessed by Conga. Kept in by Vitali. Ballas tries to go back to Vitali. Gianni Vitali fighting his way through traffic. Puck bounces up into the glove of Gospel. He'll hold on with 17:02 to go.
And B's very, very lucky there that they've escaped that situation, because everything that could go wrong seemed to be going wrong there.
He just not get out of the zone. Everything cleared was kept in. The one time the chance they did have to clear the zone, nobody called man. Nobody said that Hayward was behind Doughty. Face off at the other end of the ice for a change. Knights come away with the puck once more.
Well, I mean, it seems strange to say it about like the team with the home ice advantage, but it does seem like when they're making these clearances, they're angling them off the boards and they're firing them up the boards at a kind of a speed that in a different rink, yes, it would clear, but they must know here it's not going to.
Baldwin beats Rossbottom to the puck. Finds Mills. Puck knocked loose. Morris looks for an option. Tries to get himself from a tight angle. Tip in front. Save Gospel. Mogg from the blue line. Dumps it back down low. Rose spins away from Baldwin. Both players fall down. Penalty called. And the Bees will go on the man advantage. Holding is called there. 43-41. Two minutes for holding. As Lewis Baldwin heads to the box. Big power play chance for the Bees to cut the gap in half.
Well, if they can replicate the kind of power plays we saw at the tail end of that second period that they in this one, they could be on for a third.
Let's come away with the puck once more. Attempted clearance kept in. Down low to Doughty. Doughty tries to go to Balaz. Good work by McMullen. Holding the stick has actually been called. There's the Knights break the other way. Weiser tries to go back to Barron. Barron spins away from Smith. Quite happy to kill a few seconds away from the danger zone. Smith finally able to get her away from him. Mogg up to Balaz. Cross to Vitali. Vitali at the right-hand side tries to go back to Balaz. Two Bees at the back door. Neither able to get a stick on it. Knights the other way. Weiser once again weaving his way round the Bees' defence. Fires a shot wide of everything. Puck weaves his way around the boards and out the zone. Smith able to take the puck away from Hayward. Brendan Baird fires it up the right-hand side. Vitali steps in, shot, fires, save. Gospel can't get the rebound. Knights still with it. Finally clear it up ice, just under a minute to go on the Baldwin minor as Priest comes out of his net to play it. Fired to Brendan Baird, immediately given away to Matt Hayward.
Again, we're seeing some very solid Ryan Aldred penalty killing here. Even though the Bees are getting those chances, they're not getting the seconds, they're not getting a setup.
Baird will carry it across centre ice. Tries to find Rose. Spins away from Dylan Hare. Back to Baird. Nags. Cross ice attempted, takes the deflection away. Baird keeps it at the blue line. Nags again tries to go back across. Morris back to Baird. Shot towards goal. Poked away by the Knights. And out the zone, 10 seconds to go before Baldwin rejoins. Nags finds Rose. Knights return to full strength as Ali Nags takes it ahead, spins away from Hare, finds Webb. Webb dispossessed, puck leaves the zone once more. Able to get it ahead of Conga this time. Howler pinned against the Bees bench. Mogg can't get it out of the zone. Turns over again. Conga, good work by Morris. Able to take the puck away.
Just going to let the lines change up and then reset. So the top line's out.
Balance fires it up to Vitali. Vitali tries to draw a penalty. Nothing there.
No, the line.
Oh no, the back referee has called it. And that is Let's hope this power plays better. Bees with the draw. Puck finds his way back up to Mog on the blue line. Down to Balaz. He finds Doughty. Mog shot through, through traffic, clear lane on that one in the end, and Gospel sees it the whole way, he's able to push it away. Knights clear the zone, 30 seconds killed already.
Good there though with the Bees player waiting for that redirect. It's like they've obviously got it scouted where they know Gospel's going to put it. But again, just that problem they've had all evening of trying to get the stick on the end of it.
Mog will unfortunately ice that one. 1:07 left on the Archer Minor, 12:26 in the third. Face off won by Balaz, immediately blown dead. This time it's won by the Knights. Boycer shot through traffic into the glove of Priest. He'll hold on. More importantly for Leeds, it kills a few more seconds of that penalty. 1:01 left on it as the Bees change up to the makeshift second unit for the night. Morris wins the draw. Brendan Baird will collect it from behind Priest. Priest almost pass intercepted by Matt Barron. Pass finds Morris, who will chip it on ahead. Bounce off the board straight to Ross bottom. Another blown edge there by Dan Rose, and the Knights are able to clear thanks to Barron. 35 seconds left on the minor. Morris, once more, tries to step round the Knights defenceman, can't quite get around Hare that time. Puck takes a fun bounce back to Morris.
Ten seconds left on this penalty.
Knights able to bring it out the zone. I think that'll do it. And there is a very silly penalty from Jordan Boycer coming just here. Knights return to full strength. They're about to go back to the man disadvantage. Unless a goal comes here. Begg tries to go back door, shot through the paint out the other side. Knights will touch it up. And James Irons will call Jordan Boycer 2 minutes for cross-checking at 48:50.
Well, I was thinking throughout that power play that potentially what made the Bees so good on the power play at the end of the last period was they got a 5-on-4, then they got a 5-on-3. Maybe they needed to try and find a way to draw another 5-on-3 here, but you know, 5-on-4 after 5-on-4 it can be just as effective because it's not going to give the Knights that much of a chance to catch a break here.
No, what the Knights have done all night is win face-offs, and that one has cleared the length of the ice. Priest, almost an unfortunate bounce, but he manages to clear up to Balaz. Balaz ahead to Vitali. Vitali, once more, tries to go down low, getting the intercepted. Vitali shot, saved by McMullen, blocked by McMullen even. Words are hard. Knights chip it ahead.
Good thing your job doesn't involve. Oh wait.
Smith leaves it for Balaz. Slides it across to Vitali on the left-hand side. Vitali back to Mog on the blue line. He can't get under control. Leaves the zone once more. And Knights will have a chance again here. Barron into the zone on the left-hand side. Pass across to Conga. Not quite to tape, as Balaz is able to get there first. And he gives it straight to Dylan Hare. Under a minute to go on the minor. Barron spins away from Smith.
Something that Gianni Vitali's been really, really good at whenever he's on the puck that I feel like the Bees aren't capitalising on too well is he's drawing at least 2 Knights players into him every single time on these power plays, and they're not exploiting the space that's generating.
Rose carries it into the zone, fires it around the boards. 30 seconds left on the Blazer Minor. Wright's able to clear the zone once more. From his own end. And B's stopped at the blue line once more. 10 seconds to go now. Rose will finally carry it into the Knights zone. Shot from a tight angle is blocked away by Gospel. Knights return to full strength. Ross bottom, drops it off for Webb. Cross-ice pass, attempted to go to the back door. Blocked by Ethan Hare this time. And the Knights will break the other way. Punch, counter punch, and Mac Howlett fires one just wide of Priest's right-hand post. Puck will go the length of the way up ice. And they've just called icing on a Leeds Knights shot. Answers on a postcard on that one. Howlett's shot went right around the boards, all the way to the other end of the ice, and it's been called icing.
Linesman.exe has failed. Please press Control-Alt-Delete to restart. I think.
One of those nights.
Yeah.
The Bees are obviously arguing their case here. Balaz wins the draw anyway. Colvin is able to get in there ahead of Webb. Webb does well to fight back and win the puck. Ballas attempts to clear it, stick down by Archer. His shot on goal, kicked away by Priest. Webb will clear it up ice. Knights with it. Cross ice to Mills. Chipped on the head to Colvin. Mills again. Attempted shot blocked by Mogg. Colvin can't get a handle on it, only finds Kelly. Bees the other way again. Vitali wheels his way around the zone again. Gianni Vitali works an angle, has the shot, Gospel safe, fired out the zone by Hare, and that one is also icing. 7:58 to go.
Ah, but will it be the icing at this end or that end?
Who knows?
Gianni Vitali must be wondering what he has to do to score. Right now, he's done everything.
There's a few players on the Bees team in the last few weeks that have been wondering that as well, for just what they have to do to get a goal. Face off to the right of Gospel. Vitali shot off the stick of Archer. Knights with it once more. Archer up the right hand side. Try and step round Mogg. Shot takes deflection and goes way wide. Vitali will collect the loose puck. Drops off the bars. Another good stick in the lane there. Chance with a one-on-one break. Puck goes towards Priest. Mogg was able to get there ahead of Archer. Morris jumps in front of a pass from Vitali. Don't think it was intended for him. Knights try and break. Another good intercept there, this time by Stuart Mogg. He can't find a man in white. Knights go the other way. Tipped ahead into the B zone. Joe Baird is back to collect. Puck cleared up ice. Rose finds Smith. So we'll try and go back to Rose. Puck almost into the glove of Gospel. He actually ends up batting it back into the slot. Luckily the Knights are there to clean up. Chipped ahead by Blazer, forces a chance on goal on Priest. Priest saves. Blazer tries to get ahead, but it's intercepted by Smith.
It was well scouted there by Baird and Smith to close out the area around the net. That's something that the Knights look for. They look for these weird bounces off the back and sides of the net, looking for a close-in rebound.
Knights chipping ahead. Rose will beat Hayward. Can't get away from Nags. I think broken stick there for Dan Rose. Smith will fire it around the plexi. Turned over almost. Joe Baird is able to jump in front of Mac Howell on that one. Knights ahead again. Conga stopped by Joe Baird. Chip it ahead. Icing call on that one. 6:06 left in the third period. Face off to the left of Gospel. Bees need to find 2 goals here in the last 6 minutes to take this to overtime. Shot from Vitali, sticked away by Gospel.
I think if Gianni Vitali can find a scoring touch, they might pull off tying it.
And he gets dispossessed by Conga as the Knights come the other way. Finds the trailing forward in Hayward. A good save by Priest. Puck in front again. Conga can't get a stick on the end of that one. Good work there by by Ryan Webb, sorry. Face cage throwing you off. He's able to clear it. Icing called once more.
As that rush came forward, and I said they could do it. I honestly thought they were about to make it 5.
So we should say, haven't seen Jordan Griffin out for this third period.
No.
Just trying to keep my eye out and see if I can see him below us here. I do think he is stood with Kieran Brown below here at the moment. Knights with the draw, puck loose in front. Conga can't get there ahead of Priest. He'll cover up at the second time of asking. Priest not liking Mac Howell on that one, has a word with him.
Well, goalies are very, very, very touchy about their real estate.
Face-off will be to Priest's right. Won by the Knights. Shot wound up and fired there by Hayward. It's wide. Morris does well to evade the hit from Howlett. Mitchell jumps in to intercept the pass from Conga. Ross bottom. Can't get there ahead of Neely. Ross bottom. Tries to play it ahead. Knights will clear it. Almost into the Bees bench. Icing called once more. Five minutes and change to go here in the third period. I've heard this song way too many times last night. So did Gary Mitchell, funnily enough. He was at the same game as well. Yeah, one of the Bees equipment team. I just said that as well. So was your coach. Ben Painter was there as well last night. On a scouting mission, no doubt.
I'm saying nothing.
Knights
but then that's potentially because I know nothing.
Mark collects a loose puck, fires it around the boards, finds Vitali. Balaz can't get there ahead of Archer. Archer into the zone, chance shot fired, it's blocked by Nags. Colvin jumps in ahead of it, finds Archer once more.
So got to navigate another broken stick on the ice.
I think it was just a dropped one on that one. Morris has gone back and picked it up. Colvin fires down low. No one in the blue shirt is there. Morris will be first to the loose puck. Good work from Gregor Mills to intercept that clearance. Nags is finally able to bring it up ice. Finds Vitali on the right-hand side. Vitali drops it off for Nags. Pinned against the far corner. Knights able to bring it away. 3-on-2 chance. Archer tries to drag Morris out of position. Chance in front. Saved by Priest once more. Vitali.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's right. Vitali will put on the afterburners and go the other way. Tries to step round Baldwin. Spins away from Mills. Finds Joe Baird as he comes off the bench. Shot towards goal. Takes the deflection, goes wide.
I was going to say that was good good coverage there by Vitali, seeing that the angle was going to make the puck bounce out where it did.
Joe Baird into his own, winds up, fires. That goes into the glove of Gospel. He'll hold on. 3:31 remaining in the third period.
Game enters that phase now for Leeds, where they've just got to hang on, but they've just got to shut it down. They can take these icing because they've had multiple icing calls. Feels like they feel they can take those icing calls because they just seem intent to just get the puck out of their zone and not give the Bees really too much time to try and get set up.
Knights win the draw once more. Dylan Hare unable to clear it. Webb makes sure not to take it over the blue line. Knights with it once again. Blaser fires cross ice to Ethan Hare. Chipped ahead. Barron gives chase. Gets ahead of Baird. Hare and Webb. Ball battle. Off his way to Blaser. Off the skate of Barron finds Smith. Doughty tries to chip it around Neely, sorry. Neely takes a tumble. The Knights want a penalty. Neither referee seems interested. Kept in the blue line. Chuck towards goal. Gospel could not see it at all on that one.
These players looking to get a stick on the end of that, but I think it might have been ruled as high sticking.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go for a change. Balaz dumps it off for Rose. He flips it ahead. Hayward will be first on loose puck.
Slowly entering the territory where Bees will be looking at probably pulling Griffin Priest.
Mitchell slides over to Rose, who chips ahead. Rossbottom gives chase. Can't get there ahead of McMullen. Bees with it. Rossbottom. Final 2 minutes in the third period. Mitchell from blue line. That shot is blocked. Knights with a breakaway chance here. It's Bailey Conga, and it's a Conga line as it's a hat-trick for Bailey Conga. 58-13, and we don't need to worry about pulling Griffin Priest now. Game over.
Game over. Knights do something that they're very, very good at this year. Force a turnover. Bailey Conga gets the breakaway. Just has to pick his spot and puts it into the top corner.
3 very good finishes from the import for the Knights.
Made quite an impression on the league since he's arrived.
I do believe the Leeds Knights have just been called for another penalty as well at the same time. Bailey Conga is being escorted from the ice. Thank you, you've scored a goal, you've got a hat-trick, now leave.
I've seen it all now in British hockey. I've just seen a player score a hat-trick and be ejected.
Well, that ruins our man of the match pick.
Okay, who was our backup option?
We'll wait and see what the actual call is. I think it's just going to be a 10 because nothing is going on the clock by the looks of it. It's always good. I believe the booth has just asked the referee what the penalty was. He just shrugged. I think it's going to be 10 because it's 5 on 5. 10, yeah, 10 has gone up on the board.
10 for unsportsmanlike.
58-13. Time of the goal and time of the penalty on the same person. We'll wait for confirmation on that one. There's the Bees with the draw. Balaz drops it off for Vitali. He gets hammered by Hare. Mog shot saved by Gospel. Gospel's able to cover it up. Yep, Bailey Conga 10 minutes from sportsmanlike conduct there at the same time as the goal.
I can only assume that's related to the celebration.
There wasn't much of one.
Well, he kind of skated down here towards the ice, the Zamboni gate, and I don't know if, I'm not sure, but
we'll have to wait and see if producer Nick can work some magic for us on that. As the Knights are able to clear with 1 minute 20 to go.
I don't think the goal cam's wide enough, the angle on that.
Gospel kicks one away. We're just about to enter the final minute. Knights into the zone once more. Barron fires it across the Blazer. Back down low to Barron. Final minute now. Barron fires, tries to go back door to Ethan Hare. Bounces over his stick. Back around it goes to Barron once more. Balaz the other way, slides it across to Smith, back to Balaz, shot towards goal is wide of the net. Smith to Vitali. Balaz from the goal line. Behind the net, over to Kelly. Back to Joe Baird. Knights into the zone, Blazer once more. Circles away from Joe Baird. Is escorted out of the zone, but with 10 seconds to go, he's quite happy to go back. And the Leeds Knights are quite happy to take home the 2 points tonight. 5-2, the final score here in Slough.
Another solid road performance from the Knights. They pick up the 2 points on the road. Which, given that the MK Lightning were winning up in Hull the last.
I believe it was 1-0. We'll check it in a moment. the best team, or the team that lasts the longest, has actually won the game. It's as simple as that. Leeds Knights came up big when they needed it. They generated chances and they pounced on them.
Yeah, they did. Sam Gospel stood on his head because the Bees were generating the chances, but he just seemed to be picking up everything that was thrown at him. Sorry, Joe wants me to pick my man of the match.
Right. We're trying to pick the man of the matches here.
I'm doing my job.
That's okay. We'll muddle through. Sorry, Bailey Conga somewhat ruined it for us just then.
Okay. You know what? I can't. I think I have to go with Gospel.
Yeah, I think we'll back a Sam Gospel. I mean, if in doubt, give it to one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yes. This is the problem, though. That this Knights roster is so stacked. Like it's how do you pick one single good performance aside from Conga out of that performance, because it was very solid, very strong performance from all of them this evening. Yeah,
it's a sign of why they are the reigning champions and looking to do it again this year. It's just, it never stops. Like the last time when they were here as well, it was the third line with Ollie Endicott on it that just choked the life out of the Bees.
Yeah.
And tonight it's a whole team effort and it just killed the game. It was always a case of being kept at arm's length. There was nothing really that the Bees could do.
Yeah, there was just, the Bees had no answer for that. I mean, the Bees just seemed to be, they did a brilliant job of just keeping the Bees offense constantly on that outside. And then whenever anything did come inside, there was the ability to just close it out and get those pucks cleared. Something that the Bees weren't really doing at the other end at times.
Just as an update, as we're waiting for the handshakes to take place, it is currently Hull Seahawks 0, Milton Keynes Lightning 1 in the start of the third period. Telford Tigers 3, Peterborough Phantoms 1 in the second. And it's currently Raiders 10, Bristol Pitbulls 3 at the start of the third.
It's all coming alive at the bottom end of the table.
Yeah. Funny that. So yeah, we can jump the gun on this. Man of the match of the Leeds Knights tonight, it's Sam Gospel. Obviously it was going to be Bailey Conga, but Sam Gospel takes the man of the match. It's hard not to give it to Sam Gospel on any night. He's just so good at everything. Rebound control, reaction saves, he's just immense. And I mean, I think he's always made the case of he is the best netminder in the league. Obviously the last few years, there's not really been much of an argument against it.
It's criminal that nobody in the Elite League considers him good enough to really be a starter at that level.
Well, that's because he's British.
Yes.
Sam Gospel, another key piece of the Leeds Knights from the last few years, since their inception really, when they were the Chiefs. As they go for a lap of honour for the Knights fans that are here in attendance, and those of you watching on stream, yes, we know you're watching. We can see the Match Night updates page. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, that is the second and last visit for the Knights here this year, so we hope you've enjoyed both of your games with us. If not, sorry.
We'll see you next season.
We'll see you next season. We might see you in the playoffs. Who knows at this point? We wish you well for the remaining season. I hope you have a very nice Christmas and New Year as well. So we're waiting for the shirt off his back, which tonight I believe is Dan Rose.
It is Dan Rose.
As he steps forward and to present the winner of a very sweaty hockey shirt.
See, just to go back to our conversation about Conga kind of ruining our man of the match presentation idea. I wonder what happens in the event with the shirt off the back if the player whose shirt off the back it is gets ejected.
So we had this last week where obviously teams order shirts in for shirt off his back, so they always have a spare. And last week we had it for Sunday that it was Will Stead. And then of course he got himself suspended on the Saturday. So that was hastily changed to whichever one we had spare lying around. Always good fun in games.
You gotta love the home. You gotta love the homespun of British hockey.
I think that's happened before. The shirt off the back, the guy has been ejected, and they've just had someone present the shirt. You've got to go in the changing room and get it. I believe we've got. I don't know if there's one more presentation, or if it's just man of the match tonight, which is possibly being presented by the world's smallest man of the match presenter.
Oh, how adorable!
Should we really be giving beer to kids? Luckily, I thought I should say, for anyone watching, it's an empty box. It's an empty box. Man of the match of the Bees, it's Stuart Mogg tonight. Stuart, he got a goal for himself. He was everywhere all night. Good work at both offense and defensive zones the entire evening. Another hard choice for the Bees. There's a few names that you could have picked. Vitaly Balaz, Priest again.
Vitaly Balaz?
Vitaly and Balaz, come on. But Stuart Mogg
signed another import.
Yeah, Stuart Mogg just edging it for us.
Yes, definitely Stuart Mogg, the pick of the game. I mean, obviously, the beauty of a goal alone, but was a defensive workhorse on the back end all evening. I think I'm not going to pick him out for man of the match, but I think Joe Baird had a very, very solid return. I think Marcus Mitchell as well had a very, very solid debut performance, just to stand those two out. Gianni Vitali was going to be, despite the fact that he didn't get a goal, was going to be my second choice man of the match this evening, because he was all over the place, doing exactly what you want from him. Drawing penalties, he was drawing players out of position with his puck movement all around in the zone, and he had a really big night. And it's really a shame that he didn't get anything to reward that realistically at the end.
Well, as the Bees go around for the lap of honour, Chris, thank you for joining me once again.
Thank you.
As always. And as you said, you're back one more time in 2023 for a neon night on New Year's Eve.
I'm going to be covered in glow sticks.
I think we all are. I think that's mandatory for that one.
Okay.
So please do join us either in the ring or on the stream for that one. That one is I want to say it's a 3:30 face-off.
It is.
But I will make sure I double check that. So do check the website before that happens. And obviously, we are back here next Sunday. I have to ride solo, thanks to the Swindon Wildcats, as we have our last home game before Christmas, as we welcome the Telford Tigers to town on Sunday, the 17th of December. At least nothing controversial happened the last time we played the Tigers. Oh, wait.
Oh, well.
We're back here next Sunday, 5 o'clock. From producer Nick, from Chris and myself, to all of you for joining us, thank you and good night.